Hi everyone, today a little trick that will allow you easily and without any talent to reproduce drawings like this one, the little character that flies, or this one on your note-taking device, like here the Remarkable 2 or the ONYX BOOX Note Air. Today, if you want to relax by reproducing a drawing, I see three different methods or techniques. The first possibility is simply to try to copy freehand the model drawing that we'll place next to you as a reference. I will, for example, here try to reproduce this small dog on the Remarkable 2. It's the most complicated because you have to respect the scales and proportions without a guide. You don't really have a reference point. Here we could maybe use a ruler or the squares, the grid of the drawing, but overall it's not really easy. You can of course use as a template an image found on the internet and display it next to you or on a screen in front of you like here, or even print it. Here's, for example, what I've been able to do in about an hour with this James Bond picture. The second possibility is to use the layers that are available on the Remarkable or on ONYX devices, like here the ONYX BOOX Note Air. The principle is to put your original image on the lowest layer and then copy over it. I show you, for example, here with a screenshot of Wonder Woman that I copied directly from the Note Air browser. So I use the insert a picture functionality here. Then I enlarge the image a little bit. And then I add another layer on top on which I will copy the contours of my original image. Here, what it looks like when I hide the original image. So here's the layer 1. And this is what it can look like in a few hours of drawing and using several layers to add the different colors and shadows of the drawing, which is here not visible and could even be removed. You can see that the layer 1 is hidden, and in the thumbnails how I use the other layers to color the whole things. It is exactly the same principle on the Remarkable 2, here with an image of the pirates Captain and Jack Sparrow. The difficulty and the subtlety here is that we cannot manipulate images on the Remarkable 2, so it is thus necessary to pass by a stage on the computer where you are going to save your image as a PDF and then transfer it on the Remarkable 2. From there, by opening the PDF on your device, the image will be displayed in the layer called background, and as on the ONYX, you will be then able to copy and draw over it. So there you see, if I hide all the layers on which I drew or colored, we find my original image. But in fact, the third possibility that I see and that I wanted to show you on this video is even simpler. A little technical explanation first. You have to understand a little bit how the stylus works. The tablet generates an electromagnetic field that allows it to determine precisely where the pen is located and what its inclination is. For ONYX products, here the Note Air, the tilt or inclination information is not used, but it is used on some brushes of the Remarkable 2. The pen will send through these electromagnetic waves some information to the tablet, essentially the level of pressure exerted on the nib, but also if the side button is pressed and if pressure is exerted on the rubber, which is sometimes at the end of the stylus. And so you have understood that it's not necessary for the nib to be in contact with the surface of the tablet. It is enough that the stylus is in the field of detection of the electromagnetic waves and that the pencil is pushed down so that the tablet detects that it has to draw a point or a line. You saw here it draws a line while I press just a few on the nib. I'm close to the surface of the tablet, but I don't touch it. Here, for example, through a transparent ruler, and by tilting the ruler, we can see that there is a limit of distance in height beyond which the tablet no longer detects the pen and therefore does not trace anything. Here about 1.5 centimeters. And of course, through a surface that screens electromagnetic waves, as the ruler here, you see that it does not work. And that's the third way to draw for a model. We're just going to trace through the drawing we want to reproduce. I take the example here of the small dog. So, however, the notebook is 0.5 centimeter thick, you will see that it works. We can, of course, after that, resize and rotate this first sketch. And of course, you can there create other layers to color the drawing. And so it works exactly the same way with the Remarkable 2, with maybe a little difference. I'm going to show you. So here I am through a whole comic book with 2 thick covers plus about 50 pages. I can also, of course, here resize and rotate this first sketch. But the difference, as you can see here, is that with the Remarkable 2, the jagged line effect appears a lot. And I'm going to show you, and you're going to see it. It's directly related to the thickness through which we are going to draw. Here, just through the cardboard cover of the notebook, the effect of the jagged line is much more weak. And so here is an example of what can be done very easily with a few layers of coloring and in just a few minutes. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon for the next one.